Namaskar, myself Khushbu Elawat. I welcome you all here in my SS class. As in our previous lecture, we have started our second chapter of history, that is Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. In the introductory lecture, I give a brief view of this lesson, and now we will move ahead step by step. So, what is it? Very first, socialism. As I told you yesterday that socialism is a new word for you. So, very first we have to know what is socialism. Socialism, I want to make it clear, जिस भी के word के पीछे ism लग जाता है, wherever we use word ism, it means it become a theory, an ideology, like capitalism, like imperialism, so it become an ideology. Socialism क्या था? Now we have to discuss about socialism. Socialism, it's a theory. It's a theory. First of all, I will read it, then I will make it clear. It's a theory which believes in equal distribution of resources or means should be run by or regulate by the community as a whole. This is the definition of socialism. So, we can say it is a theory, it is an ideology in which they believe, they advocates that the society, social organization should be based on the equal distribution of resources, and we can say in other word that means production should be run by the community as a whole. Production should be run as a community by the whole. Community as a whole, this is the main word. It is socialism as a whole. Socialism, that believe in community as a whole. So, very first it is, what is socialism? Again I am repeating, socialism वो विचारधारा है जो ये विश्वास करती है कि सबको साथ लेकर चलो, सबका जो है वो रिसोर्स को प्रयोग करने में साझा योगदान होना चाहिए और रिसोर्सेज संसाधनों पर एक जैसा स्वामित्व होना चाहिए. नेक्स्ट हम डिस्कस करेंगे एज वी गो अहेड द एज ऑफ सोशल चेंजेस. The age of social changes, we will discuss these points. Very first is the effect of French Revolution. In the effect of French Revolution, as we have done in our previous chapter, French Revolution gave the rise of new ideas like equality, justice, freedom. So, these new ideas that spread over the Europe, and these powerful idea of freedom and equality, and it circulate in the Europe and bring changes in the structure of the society. सोसाइटी की ओवरऑल स्ट्रक्चर ही चेंज कर दी इन आइडियाज़ ने, बिकॉज बिफोर दैट पीपल डू नॉट कंसीडर दैम सेल्फ एज अ सिटीजन और एज अ पीपल, दे कंसीडर दैम सेल्फ दैट दे हैव टू ओबे द किंग्स, इट्स देयर डेस्टिनी, सो नथिंग एल्स दे वुड थिंक अबाउट दैट. सो ये इनका सोचना था. द सेकेंड इज द न्यू आइडियाज़ वर इवोल्व्ड. आफ्टर फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन, न्यू आइडियाज़, एज आई टोल्ड यू, द राइट of man, right to freedom, right of speech, these new ideas were evolved, and these new ideas gave the new ideologies and that reshaped the society. As we all know that before French Revolution, French society was having in three parts, that was first state, second state and third state. First state clergy, second state nobility, and third state having common people, and the distribution of that society was quite unequal. In that chapter you have done that. So, this old structure of the society completely changed after French Revolution by the new ideas. And the third is the different group and various response. The different group and various response that transform the society, जिन्होंने ट्रांसफॉर्म ही कर दिया सोसाइटी को. जो लोगों का डिमांड था, सोचना था, अब दे डिमांड नाउ, दे डिमांड चेंजेस. what type of changes that are not same, that were not same, people demand the changes in a different way. Some want changes in the monarchy, some want changes in the complete control of military. So changes were demanded by the people in a different way. The demand for the changes were different, so that gave the rise of different groups, and among these groups the various important groups are liberal, radicals and conservatives. Next we are going to discuss about this liberals, radicals and conservative. So these groups are the important groups of at that time, and these groups we can say they were the groups that led to the rise of socialism. And now as we have discussed that main groups that were, one of them were liberal. Liberals कौन थे? Now the question is here, who were liberals? Liberals, as I told you, that was an ideology. What they believe? They believe that nation should tolerate all religion. Very first their belief was that the nation that should tolerate all religion. They were favoring of in all religion. As Britain, they favor the Catholic Church of Roman, and Spain they believe in the Catholic Church. So they believe in the all religion. Second, they oppose the uncontrolled power of dynastic rule. जो dynastic succession, dynastic rule है, उसके uncontrolled power है, where there is no control over their power, they were in opposition of that. Then next is safeguard the rights of individual. They want to safeguard the rights, protect the rights of people, individual people, like freedom of speech, like right to vote. So in this way they were in favor of protecting the rights, these rights. Next is they were not democratic. They were not democratic means either their views were similar with the democratic values, but they were not fully democratic. They were not in favor of what? Universal adult franchise. वो सार्वभौमिक वयस्क मताधिकार के फेवर में तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं थे. वो सिर्फ कुछ एक लोगों को वोट देने के पक्ष में थे, महिलाओं के अधिकार के पक्ष में नहीं थे. So we do not call them democrats, as they were not in favor of universal adult franchise. So these are the liberals and views of liberals. Next are radicals. Radicals is another ideology after liberalism. Liberal के बाद next थे radicals. Radicals के क्या views थे? What were the major views of radicals? That government should be based on the majority of population. Majority of population means rule of majority. They believed in the rule of majority, means the number of people, those who are in large number in population, they will rule. मीन्स जो लोग ज़्यादा संख्या में हैं, जिनकी संख्या ज़्यादा है, जनसंख्या में जो ज़्यादा संख्या में हैं, उनको ही शासन करने का अधिकार है. देन सेकंड, दे वर इन फेवर ऑफ वुमेन राइट्स. They were in favor of women rights. They were not opposed. They were not in against of women rights. They favor the women rights. Next, they were not against the private property. They were not opposed the private property. Private property का मतलब यहाँ यह है कि हर कोई अपनी खुद की संपत्ति संग्रहित कर सकता है. Everyone can own their own property like house, like land, so that. So they were not against the private property, but dislike the concentration of property in few hands. कि कुछ लोगों के हाथ में सारी संपत्ति हो जाना, सारी संपत्ति का जमा हो जाना, इसके विरुद्ध थे, बट प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी के वो फेवर में थे. तो here we have discussed two, that is one is liberal and then second is radical, and next is conservatives. Conservatives were those people, those who are in favor of monarchy, those who are in favor of autocratic rules, and they after French Revolution they believed that changes must be accepted. Changes must be accepted. They were now not opposing the changes, so they were now accepted the changes, but in what way? They wanted to strengthen the monarchical system. वो राजा के शासन को strong करना चाहते थे. They don't want to give power to people. They want to strengthen the monarchy or the autocratic regime, And then second is what they said that past should be respected. Past had to be respected and change had to be brought through a slow process. That past should be respected का मतलब क्या हुआ? Past should be respected का मतलब हुआ कि जो पुराना शासन तंत्र है, राजतंत्र है, उसी का हमें सम्मान करना चाहिए. And they were in favor of that. And in this way, liberal, radicals, conservatives, they are the different ideologies that arose at that time. And now we start to discuss our next, that is industrial society and social changes. So industrial revolution is accompanied at the same time. We do not ignore the industrial revolution. Political trends were sign of a new time, and it is the time to profound social and economical changes. At that time, various political ideologies developed, various political thought came to be exist, and new different groups that also came into exist, so that the industrial development and railway expansion brought men and women and children in the factory. फैक्ट्रीज जैसे ही डेवलप हुई तो स्त्री, पुरुष और बच्चे सभी को ये कारखाने तक ले आई. Because at that time unemployment prevailed at a large scale in Europe, and people, they were in need of the work, so this problem led to the rise of industrialization. And liberal radicals, they want the search of this unemployment prevail in the society of Europe, and liberal radicals, as we have discussed before, liberal radicals, they want some solution of this unemployment. And here is the interesting fact that who were the owner of these factories? The liberals and radicals are the head, are the leader of the industries, are the owner of the industries. Can you find a contrast in it? What contrast? That liberal and radicals, they want to reduce unemployment. They want changes. Why they want this? When they are the owner, they were the owner of the society. They were the owner of the society. They were having the major property, and industries were the property of individuals, having made their wealth through trade of industrial ventures. व्यापार से, दूसरे देशों के साथ व्यापार से और औद्योगिक फैलाव से उन्होंने पैसा कमा रखा था. But they want that workforce in the economy was healthy and citizens were educated. They were also also spreading these views that the workforce, the workers, the labor should be educated and healthy. So they were opposing the aristocracy. What here we can know, we have to keep in our mind that these liberals and radicals, ये जो radicals और liberals थे ना, ये industries के owner थे, and they want their industries should be run without any obstacle. So they were opposed of the monarchy. They were opposed of the monarchy. ये monarchy के opposite थे. ये monarchy का विरोध कर रहे थे क्योंकि ये उसमें अपनी शक्तियों में बाधा नहीं चाहते थे, और वर्कर्स को हेल्दी, ताकि वर्कर हेल्दी हो एंड दे कैन वर्क मोर फॉर देम सो दैट दे कैन अर्न ह्यूज प्रॉफिट. So this is the main criteria of the liberals and radicals. If freedom of individuals was ensured, if the poor could labor and those with capital could operate without restraint. देखिए कि कैपिटल लिबरल अगर को पावर मिल जाए कि वो लेबर को बिना किसी रोक टोक के विदाउट एनी रेस्ट्रेंट दे कैन ऑपरेट द लेबर, and in this way they can earn huge profit, and they believe in that. They were contradictory in this manner. So these ideas gave the rise or gave the views of changes in the society. Now the coming of socialism. The next is coming of socialism. The next is coming of socialism. सोशलिज्म इज द मोस्ट फार रीचिंग विजन ऑफ द सोसाइटी। समाज में सबसे ज़्यादा फैलाव करने वाला एक विज़न, एक दृष्टिकोण था, दैट वाज सोशलिज्म। सोशलिज्म यूरोप में 19 सेंचुरी के मिड में बहुत ज़्यादा तेज़ी से फैलने लगा, अटेंशन मिलने लगी इसको। एंड सोशलिस्ट दे बिलीव इन द they don't believe in the private property, but they thought that they believe that the private property is the root cause of all the illness. They consider private property as a curse, कि प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी जो है उसके कारण ही सारी समस्याएं हैं, ये प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी ही लोगों के अंदर लालच पैदा करती है, लोगों का एक्सप्लॉयटेशन करवाती है। सो दे वर अपोज द private property, and what they believe in the collective social interest. So here it is mentioned that, so if society as a whole rather than single individual control property, what they believe in that society as a whole, community as a whole, as I told you in the starting ना, कि community as a whole they believe in that single individual के control की बजाय society का पूर्ण रूप से control होना चाहिए, एंड सोशल कलेक्टिव सोशल इंटरेस्ट पर जो है वो अटेंशन पे करनी चाहिए। सो इन दिस वे it liked by the people because people were exploited, they were not having employment, they were exploited in the industries. So socialism spread, socialists spread their vision and they have different vision in the future, and in this way cooperative society, संगठित समूह नामक संस्थाएं स्थापित की जाने लगी, जिसमें से एक थी रॉबर्ट ओन की 1771 से 1858, 1771 टू 1858। तो रॉबर्ट ओन जो है एक इंग्लिश मैन्युफैक्चरर थे जिन्होंने वेरी फर्स्ट कोऑपरेटिव कम्युनिटी एस्टेब्लिश की, न्यू हार्मनी इन इंडियाना, न्यू हार्मनी इन इंडियाना के नाम से यूएसए में उन्होंने एक कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी बनाई। और अदर सोशलिस्ट फेल्ट दैट कोऑपरेटिव्स कुड बी बिल्ट ऑन अ वाइड स्केल, और सोशलिस्ट ये मानते थे, सोशलिस्ट को दोज हु बिलीव इन सोशलिज्म, जो सोशलिज्म को मानते थे वो सोशलिस्ट कहलाते थे, और सोशलिस्ट ये मानते थे कि सोशलिस्ट कम्युनिटी जो कॉरपोरेशंस हैं, कम्युनिटी जो हैं वो बड़े स्तर पर बढ़नी चाहिए। दे डिमांड for the encouragement of cooperatives, and Louis Blanc in France, they also encourage this capitalist enterprises. So here is the expansion of the socialism in Europe, and who gave this idea, who helped in the spread of these ideas? That was very first that Robert Owen and Louis Blanc. The next one is Karl Marx. This man is very important in the socialism. Karl Marx was a person who gave a new theory and new idea of socialism. कार्ल मार्क्स का मानना था कि सोसाइटी जो है दैट वाज डिवाइडेड इनटू टू ग्रुप्स, समाज बढ़ चुका है दो भागों में, किन में? टू पार्ट्स, वन इज कैपिटलिस्टिक, सेकंड इज लेबरर। और कुछ नहीं है, समाज के दो हिस्से हैं, एक पूंजीपति जो पैसा कमा रहे हैं, इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट हैं, दूसरा वर्कर्स जो कि मजदूर हैं बस। सो हाउ टू meet this problem, how to solve this problem? This is the theory of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. They added the socialism, they added the views of socialism, that Marx had argued that individual society was capitalist जो कि ओनर हैं, जो पैसा कमा रहे हैं, किसके ज़रिए कमा रहे हैं? They earn profit through the workers produce for them and they help them to earn profit, and condition of the workers could not be improved until unless this profit should be distributed among the workers equally. और ये workers की जो हालत ख़राब है, कैपिटलिस्ट सारा पैसा कमाते हैं, बाकी जो है मज़दूरों से का शोषण हो रहा है, और ये हालत तब तक नहीं सुधारी जा सकती जब तक कि इस प्रॉफिट को इक्वली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट ना किया जाए और वर्कर्स को डिसीजन लेने की पावर ना दी जाए। और मार्क्स बिलीव दैट द वर्कर शुड फ्री देमसेल्फ फ्रॉम द कैपिटलिस्ट एक्सप्लॉयटेशन. Worker had to construct a radical society एंड ऑल प्रॉपर्टी वाज सोशली कंट्रोल्ड, कि जितनी भी प्रॉपर्टी है, इंडस्ट्रीज़ हैं, जितने भी प्रोडक्शन सोर्सेज हैं, उन सब पर वर्कर्स इक्वली कंट्रोल कर ले, सोशल कंट्रोल हो जाए, एक का नहीं, दो का नहीं, कुछ एक इंडिविजुअल ग्रुप का नहीं, सबका कॉमन कंट्रोल हो, एंड इन दिस वे द कंडीशन कैन बी इम्प्रूव्ड. दिस वाज द थ्योरी ऑफ कार्ल मार्क्स. सो कार्ल मार्क्स की थ्योरी बहुत मैटर करती है, कार्ल मार्क्स बहुत मैटर करता है सोशलिज्म में. ही वॉज द फेमस पर्सन दैट रिलेटेड टू द socialism, and support in for socialism is last in our topic, socialism in Europe. So socialism in Europe में support for socialism की हम बात करेंगे. In the 1870 socialist idea spread through Europe. अब ये तेज़ी से फैलने लगा क्योंकि इसमें लोगों की, कॉमन लोगों ने देखा कि लोग जो हैं पैसा कमा रहे हैं, कुछ एक अमीर हो रहे हैं, बाकी गरीब होते जा रहे हैं. सो दे लाइक दैट व्यू ऑफ कॉमन कंट्रोल, कॉमन इंडिविजुअल कंट्रोल की बजाय कॉमन कंट्रोल को वो पसंद करने लगे. सो now this idea spread in the different part of the Europe. Different cooperative societies were formed. For example, worker in England and Germany began forming association to fight for better living and working condition. Now workers, they are attracted by the idea of Karl Marx and different socialists, and they start demanding for their rights of better living and working condition. दे सेट अप फंड्स, इकट्ठा करके उन्होंने दान इकट्ठा करके पैसा जोड़ना शुरू कर दिया. एंड इन दिस वे दे वांट राइट टू वर्क, राइट टू वोट. एंड इन जर्मनी दीज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वर्क क्लोजली with the Social Democratic Party. This was the party of socialist in Germany. That what was the name of that? Social Democratic Party, SPD भी बोलते हैं इसको. That help in the parliamentary seats for the workers. And in this way this is the expansion, acceptance of socialism, कि जगह जगह socialist लीडर्स की बातों को एक्सेप्ट किया जाने लगा. वर्कर्स स्टार्टेड वर्किंग फॉर दैट, वर्कर्स स्टार्टेड एक्सेप्टिंग दैट. इन दिस वे they were starting working for that. And 1905 socialist and trade unionists formed a labor party in Britain. This was the major change. In 1905 socialist and trade unionists दोनों ने मिलकर लेबर पार्टी की सरकार बनाई, लेबर पार्टी बनाई. कहाँ पर? ब्रिटेन में, सोशलिस्ट पार्टी और फ्रांस में. सो इन 1940 तक चाहे वो कहीं पर सरकार नहीं बना सके, अप टू 1914 वेदर सोशलिस्ट वर नॉट एबल टू फॉर्म देयर गवर्नमेंट और टू विन द इलेक्शंस, बट दे वर्क वेरी इफेक्टिवली इन द यूरोप. दिस up to here what we have done about the socialism in Europe. Before socialism, different views, different ideologies came into existence, like liberals, like radicals, like conservatives, and a new ideology like socialism came into existence and exist. And in this, what is socialism, how it accepted in Europe, how it works, we come to know. And this is the end of our first part. I hope you understand it. Read the lesson carefully. Up to here I made each and everything clear from the lesson, the main points, and the rest of the thing lies on you. You have to read the lesson, then only you will understand it. Otherwise it will be remain difficult for you. Continue your reading. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day.